Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning to our beloved lecturer, Madam Farhana, and my fellow classmates. So today, my team and I will be presenting on strategic management analysis for AirAsia. And now, let's go on a journey for our presentation. Now, first, why do we choose AirAsia? First, we are amazed how Tun Air Sdn Bhd, which is led by Tony Fernandez, they managed to revitalize AirAsia from debt to a well-known multinational company. Then next, we are curious on their business strategy on maintaining their great standing. And lastly, they are very well known with their great corporate culture of people-oriented. And let's get to know more about AirAsia. What should we know about them? So first is how they established AirAsia. Now, it all started when Tony Fernandez partnered up with four of his colleagues. Then they established Tun Air Sdn Bhd in 2001. And then next, they purchased a dying company, which was AirAsia from DRB Hicom for only RM1. Now, you must be wondering, why RM1? Because they overtake a total debt from AirAsia, which amounted to 40 million ringgit. And then next, they managed to pay their debt in less than 2 years. And then the rest is history. Now, how is AirAsia doing right now? Now, AirAsia is known for Asia's largest low-cost with no-frills carrier. And then they have several subsidiaries, for example, Thai AirAsia. The next, AirAsia's popular slogan is "Everyone can fly." And then lastly, AirAsia ranked for the 20th place on the best airline globally in 2021, which is amazing. And now let's talk about their mission and vision statement. Now, their mission is to be the largest low-cost airline in Asia and serving the 3 billion people who are currently underserved with poor connectivity and high fares. And then their vision, there are four. First is to be the best company to work for, whereby employees are treated as part of a big family. Then next, they want to create a globally recognized ASEAN brand. And then next, they want to attain the lowest cost so that everyone can fly with AirAsia. And lastly, they want to maintain the highest quality product, which embracing technology to reduce costs and enhance service levels. So next, I want to pass to the next presenter, Kirtini.
Thank you, Amma. So let me continue my part by explaining about AirAsia social responsibility activities. So the concept of AirAsia is centered on people. So they begin with the airline's employer. Then the airline claims the company's fundamental CSR idea and they begin with the workers and public. And now they made a logo under now everyone can fly. So AirAsia has grown as a result of support and it received from individuals at all levels of community. And they also represent themselves as a dynamic and active CSR government of AirAsia. They are determined by the company passion for supporting accomplish of the areas on central people and their goals and reach their world-class standard. Next is hashtag Green24 campaign. This is AirAsia X made this campaign to show the airline's dedication to the environmental responsibility. So, as part of this program, which is also include recycling collection, increase awareness, and also they made environmental group where they gather to educate them and promote public about the climate action. In additionally, AirAsia also aimed to safeguard the environmental and minimize the resource of waste, such as by using the Airbus for the all flights, which is made a new model to effectively utilize energy in a cheap, effective, and eco-friendly method. Next is society and community development in Thai Asia. So in Thai Asia, we develop of service provided in determined to participate the growth of Asia's members. So using the transportation for a part coverage potential as a strength. So they made a development of four aspects of development, such as supporting sports, religion, arts, culture, education, youth, and as well as public health and well-being. Next is donation for HIV and AIDS fundraising campaign, which is RED is now a non-organization that dedicate to preventing AIDS and HIV throughout the world. So AirAsia, one of the global partner of RED, and they made a launch of RED campaign to the AirAsia Place, which promote the awareness of the cooperation with AirAsia. And they made AirAsia paint their red sky with customized "We Are All Champion" in their flights. Aside from that, AirAsia also made an onboard food brand named Santan, which is support to development of the spike rate burger in new food item. So the process of the sales each burger served on board will be when global HIV and AIDS campaign. So at the year of 2019 Marketing Excellence Award, the RAID project won the first prize in the category of Excellent in Corporate Social Responsibility. So that's all from me. Thank you. I pass to next presenter.
Hi, my name is Tulashni and today I'll be explaining about product development. So product development is when the business brings in new product or modifies new product in order to grow bigger in their business. So AirAsia always put their passengers' needs first and make sure they have a comfortable traveling and comfortable flight. Today I'll be focusing on two main products that was introduced by AirAsia. So firstly, as you can see, it's a web check-in service. So web check-in service was introduced to print out boarding passes. This helps the passengers to save their time checking in and to avoid long queues, which may take up to 30 minutes or an hour, depending on how many passengers there are. Because most of the time it may take longer to print out the boarding passes. This service can be found in every airport such as KLIA or KLIA 2. The passenger, as you can see in the first picture, the passenger only needs the QR code or type in the boarding number to print out the pass, and this process only takes less than 1 minute to get their boarding passes. In the second picture you can see is you can use your own app whereby they can print out their own boarding passes at the comfort at their home, or the passenger can use the barcode in their phone to check in at the airport. Secondly, I'll be explaining about AirAsia partnership with Citibank. So as we all know, Citibank is one of those leading banking in Malaysia. This partnership was introduced to expand their marketing in this business industry. The function of a credit card is when the people can earn points from their expenses, which can be redeemed for many uses such as food, flights, accommodation, and many more. AirAsia and Citibank introduced two exclusive credit cards, which are Gold Visa credit card and Platinum Visa credit card. With AirAsia, the passengers can receive a complimentary pick a seat, whereby they can pick whatever the seat they want in advance than others, and complimentary meal or complimentary upgrade to business classes, depending on the credit card points they have and the credit card they have earned. They can also receive up to twice or three times points than other credit cards. So these are two main services AirAsia provides. And that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is Ricky and today I would like to explaining about diversification strategy by AirAsia. So as we all know, aviation company were affected badly due to COVID-19. As we can see in this bar chart here, they start to getting losses on the third quarter of 2019, and by early of the year 2020, the losses start to increase drastically. So that will be a bad news for them, and they realize actually the demand in e-commerce is increasing. That is why they decided to recreate and rebrand their existing app. So their existing app actually used for the people to book paperless flight ticket. So this app is actually transformed to become a multi-service app such as Grab. So this app is called as the Asian Super App, where actually they provide a lot of service, and that those services are not related to the main industry. So this actually will improve the company profitability and also avoid the business from getting bankrupt. Well, I would like to explain 4 services today, because actually they have, I think, like 15 services that they provide. But today I would like to explain for only. So for your information, the customer actually still can book flight from the apps itself. So after the border is open, probably you guys can go book from these apps. So the first unrelated service that they provide is a food delivery service that named AirAsia Food. So actually they have the same concept as Food Panda. So actually the customer can order the food from the app itself, and then their delivery squad will deliver their orders directly to the customer. And then next we have AirAsia Beauty. It is same concept as AirAsia Food. However, in this case they actually will deliver products such as toiletries, perfume, makeup, all those self-care stuff, self-care product. And after that, they also have AirAsia Grocer. It is same like Happy Fresh. If you know, Happy Fresh actually is one of the biggest e-commerce industry that provide grocery delivery service. So AirAsia also actually jump into the market, and they might be one of the rival. So actually they provide the same things. They will provide the fresh food. They will deliver the fresh food to the customer. And the newest service that actually they provide is AirAsia Ride, where they actually provide e-hailing service. And I believe this AirAsia Ride will be another rival to the GrabCar once the service is widely known. Thank you.
I will continue with SWOT analysis for AirAsia. So strength and weaknesses are internal factor. That is the things that you have some control over and you can change it. So the strength that AirAsia have is that they are in a capacity to provide low fares by reducing costly in-flight services and other operational costs. So AirAsia has excluded all those extra services such as free food and drinks, assigned seating, and manual counter check-in. Next rank for AirAsia is the largest airline by fleet size and destination in airlines industry. AirAsia offer both domestic and international in 25 countries around the world, and it can help the company to diversify their resources by the large fleet size and the huge number of destinations to target in airlines market. There are also some weaknesses of AirAsia that needs to be improved. First is the limited service resources due to the low fares. As mentioned before, AirAsia has excluded all the free services to cut off any extra unnecessary costs, which include self-check-in. Even though this is done to save the cost, but this has caused problem for the elders who might be less advanced in technologies. The second weaknesses of AirAsia is that it has received some customer complaints about the service. For instance, flight delay, being overcharged, and not being able to change flight or receive a refund if consumer are unable to attend. So AirAsia need to maintain their customer service because competition is getting intense during this COVID-19. Next, opportunity and threats. There are external factors, things that are going on outside your company, and you can take advantage of opportunities and protect against the threats that exist in your market. So even though airlines industry has been heavily impacted because of COVID-19, AirAsia managed to create some opportunities to survive in this pandemic situation. One of opportunities in the SWOT analysis is AirAsia offer low-cost carrier services. The main focus of low-cost carrier airlines industry is to make sure air travel is simple and affordable as possible. Next, fluctuating fuel prices. Since AirAsia is known as the low-cost leader in the airline industry, the aggregate expenses will still be lower than other airlines company. Since the introduction of the Movement Control Order (MCO) on 18 March last year, 2020, airlines company nationwide have been forced to stop their operation and ground large part of their fleet. The travel restrictions have caused many transportation services usage to have been decreased or stalled. Even in some countries, they close their border to prevent the spread of COVID-19, which resulting low demand on air transportation. To summarize, we conclude that AirAsia is indeed the world's leading low-cost airlines. The increasing costs, competitors, and limited international destinations are some of the main challenges. So AirAsia should expand into more countries and target new customers that can help them to fight with competitors by securing a strong position in the low-cost carrier airline sector. So that's all from me. So I will pass to the next presenter.
Thank you, Naja. So next I will be presenting about business level strategy that used by AirAsia. So basically AirAsia is using cost leadership strategy because the company is actually providing low fare ticket to the customer because they want to make sure that everyone can fly even though with tight budget. So to use this strategy, they need to adjust their operating costs in order to avoid losses and also to make sure that they still can offer cheap flight ticket to the customer. One of the example of the strategy that AirAsia use is a retrenchment strategy where they actually lay off some of their workers when they start to facing losses, especially when the pandemic is started. However, the CEO of AirAsia said that he wanted to rehire the laid off worker in the future when the time is right. So next, AirAsia is actually also decrease the usage of paper by creating apps, AirAsia apps, for the people to buy paperless flight ticket. So basically, the customer after they purchase they book the flight ticket from their phone, they actually no need to bring the paper ticket. They just need to bring their phone and they scan QR code when they come to the airport, and also they can fly after that. Therefore, this will reduce the cost of printing and also the cost of paper itself to produce one paper ticket. And last but not least, they also provide a separate service with the flight ticket. So if you compare AirAsia with Malaysian Airlines, the reason why Malaysian Airlines provide expensive flight ticket is because they provide food and drinks as part of their package, and also insurance. So the customer have no choice but to purchase everything when they want to go with Malaysian Airlines. However, in AirAsia, people can choose whether they want to purchase the food or not, or they can purchase the insurance or not. So basically, people have more choice. The customer have more choice for what they want to choose, or they just want to buy a seat only for them to fly. So that is why AirAsia still can give low price ticket to the passenger. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi guys, I am Shafiq Faiz. So finally, we have come to the final part of our presentation, which is the suggestion part. As you guys know, our country have been affected with COVID-19 pandemic since early 2020, and perhaps it impacts on both individuals and also businesses. In this situation, AirAsia was also affected by COVID-19 pandemic as they had suffered losses around 992.89 million, meaning to say that they can't operate their businesses like they usually do. What do you guys think? Before this, AirAsia tagline was everyone can fly, but right now everyone cannot fly. So we do really hope that once our country have reached 90% of adult population vaccination program, we can finally go everywhere we want to go. Therefore, our team has finally come out with a few suggestions and recommendations for AirAsia in terms of short-term planning, meaning to say that it relates to how they can operate their businesses during this COVID-19 pandemic and also post-COVID-19 pandemic as their long-term planning. So are you guys ready? Let's go! During this COVID-19 pandemic, every airline companies were struggling to continue and sustain their operations and having difficulties to generate their initial sales due to the less number of flights in a day. Perhaps our suggestion for AirAsia is to differentiate themselves with other competitors by promoting and applying cleanliness in their operations. Fly safe with AirAsia. That is a new catchphrase that we have created, and we highly suggest AirAsia to use since everyone is concerned about flying these days due to COVID-19 pandemic. And in terms of promoting and applying cleanliness into their operations, we suggest AirAsia to create a promotional video that includes the procedures and guidelines for the passengers to fly in order to create and raise awareness among the society. For instance, they might want to inform that all the crew on board are fully vaccinated and that their operations are all comply with the SOP set by the government. Worry not, we have prepared a mock video for you guys. Let's enjoy!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard to AirAsia. This is flight AK2604 to Kuala Lumpur.
How was the video? Nice stroke kan? Alright, moving on to the next point. AirAsia should consider to expand and increase their product lines in terms of their merchandise by introducing a new COVID-19 related product lines that includes hand sanitizers, face masks, and also design t-shirts that relates to COVID-19. These products can increase their performance and also improve their initial sales, and at the same time raise awareness for the firms among the general public. Perhaps we have prepared a few mock designs for AirAsia to use if they want to use. Our Prime Minister Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri have announced yesterday that once we reach the figure of 90% of adult population being completely vaccinated, we will be able to travel into another states and most of the SOPs will be reduced. Meaning to say that as of today, 5th of October 2021, our country have reached the figure of 87.6% of adult population being completely vaccinated. We have come to the endemic phase and we are approaching the figure of 90%. Perhaps we have prepared a few suggestions and recommendations for AirAsia for them to cope with the post-pandemic challenge. Do you guys miss to have your Pak Nasi Nasi Lemak in an AirAsia flight? Don't worry, because our first suggestion for AirAsia on their post-pandemic challenge is to consider to open a new restaurant with a dine in the sky concept. Meaning to say that an airline or an Airbus being converted into a luxury restaurant to express the same feeling of having a feast in the sky. And since our government have allowed fully vaccinated individuals to dine in a restaurant, AirAsia should take this as an opportunity for them to expand their service in food and beverages. Perhaps we have also prepared a few mock photos for AirAsia for the Dine in the Sky restaurant. For the next part, do you guys know that AirAsia had recently introduced a new e-hailing service called AirAsia Ride in the third quarter of 2021 with the objective of helping local businesses to survive during this pandemic and at the same time providing more job opportunities for locals who lost their job during this pandemic. In fact, 1,500 of drivers have registered successfully so far, and AirAsia should continue this achievement by expanding their AirAsia Ride service to other parts of Malaysia. Based on an online article from the New Straits Times on the title of AirAsia confirms layoff, it states that AirAsia confirms the layoff of 250 employees due to the result of this pandemic. And at the same time, Malaysia Airlines has asked 13,000 of their employees to take voluntary unpaid leave due to the result of this pandemic. We can clearly see in this situation that Malaysia airline companies will really struggle to sustain and continue their operations. Therefore, we urge AirAsia to provide more job opportunities based on our recommendation earlier, so that the employees that will be laid off will have a place to secure, have a place to find a job in order to survive during this pandemic situation. And in fact, who knows, right? Maybe one day AirAsia might hire them back as a cabin crew.